Hello my internet family. So today's video is a little bit different for me. So I have decided to rope in some of my YouTube friends to help me to cure a little bit of ignorance. A lot of you guys know I am bisexual and very passionate about sex education and openness. And in the past year on the internet, I have discovered that erasure and biphobia are big things that exist. It's very annoying. I've been inspired by my good friend Kaya's What Not to Say videos, so today I am talking you through some things that you shouldn't say to bisexual people. If you're also bi and you have people in your life who are confused and saying any of these things to you, feel free to send them this link. Although bisexuality has recently been better represented in the media, we've got characters now like Oberyn Martell from Game of Thrones. He's my king. When it comes to love, I don't choose sides. That sounded Russian. But there's still a load of BS kind of floating around out there about bisexuality. So I want to clear some of this up. Let's roll on with the video, shall we?
I would never go out with a bi person. They're way more likely to cheat on me.
Cheating is not exclusive to bisexuality. Shock horror, I know. Men cheat on women, women cheat on men, men cheat on men, women cheat on women. Just sucks. A lot of straight people and a lot of gay people and lesbians have an issue with going out with a bi person because they think or assume that the person is going to leave them for the opposite sex, which is just such a silly way to go about your life. People cheat all the time and it absolutely sucks, but it has nothing to do with bisexuality. I've never cheated on anybody, I'm proud to say, and I have straight friends and gay friends who cheat all the time, so...
Yeah, but if you haven't got with a guy or slept with them, then you're not really bi.
Your sexuality isn't your sexual acts. They're completely different things. And someone could be married for 30, 40 years and still be bisexual. They may have bisexual thoughts. They may find themselves attracted to both genders. I know this guy who was with a woman for years and years and years and they were going to get married, but then he met a guy and fell in love with him and then got with him. If a person chooses not to have sex for whatever reason, it doesn't change their sexuality, it doesn't change what they are in fact sexually attracted to. Lady lumps or masculine shoulders, people's attractions are their attractions, and that's it. When I was a teenager and I was into girls and wanted to date girls, but I was scared of doing that, and I was very sexually into girls, but I had a boyfriend, it didn't mean that I wasn't bi.
You're all just greedy. Fucking bisexuals. Vaginas, penises. Everything in between. Anything with a heartbeat, you want it. Fucking sluts.
No, we are not greedy and we're not more prone to promiscuity. There's a lot of bisexual people like me who are very, very, very selective and picky over sexual partners and just partners in general, even dates. Maybe I'm too picky. If you're attracted to men and women, you didn't choose that. So a gay man didn't choose to be attracted to men. They're born that way or socialized that way or whatever you want to believe, but they like men and they don't have control over that. Same way I can't tell myself not to be attracted to girls as well and just willies. No. And me getting to have more options, I guess, is great, but it doesn't mean that I'm greedy, and it definitely doesn't mean that I'm a slut. I have one bisexual friend who is still a virgin and isn't really that much into sex.
Oh, I hate all men. Why can't I just be a lesbian?
This one wrecks my head so much, and so many people are guilty of saying this. I think I've probably even said this at certain points, which it's just don't. If you're bi and you've dated both men and women, you will know that people are people. The sucky things that some men do in relationships, women in certain relationships will do the same things. No one gender is better than the other, and if you were to suddenly be a lesbian and just never date guys, you're going to encounter lots of problems in those relationships too, because they're still people and people are flawed. We can all just tend to be pieces of shit sometimes.
Bisexual? No. You're just afraid of commitment.
No. You're just judgmental. Some people go through phases in their life where they're a little bit afraid of commitment. Maybe they've been hurt in the past, or maybe they've hurt somebody and they're just afraid of doing it again. There can be loads of reasons. Some people just want to cling on to their freedom for as long as they can, or they may have witnessed their parents having a really terrible divorce. There's so many reasons behind why some people don't want to commit, but being bi has nothing to do with those things. I was in a 6-year relationship with a guy, and I was in a 4-year relationship before that. And at no point during the bulk of these relationships did I think the relationships would end one day, or I was never counting down the days to be like, oh, I just need to leave so I can be with a girl. Screw this relationship crap. Right now I'm so happy to be just dating guys and girls because I'm at that kind of phase in my life. But when I meet someone that I'm in love with, if they really, really need me to be monogamous and I can't bear the thought of losing that person, I am absolutely open to being monogamous.
It's just a phase. You're just experimenting. One day you're going to wake up and just pick a side.
Can you imagine for a minute how amazing it is to watch The Notebook and be into both Noah and Ali, to watch Titanic and in your head be able to experience it from Jack's point of view and Rose's point of view and just be into them both, and imagine when they're kissing. How attractive that is when you're bi and you fancy Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. Oh my god, why would anyone want to pick a side? If you're naturally inclined toward both, it's like the best thing ever, and it's nothing to do with experimenting. You know, sometimes yes, people are bicurious, but that's okay too. Like, why is it a bad thing if some people actually just want to experiment and play around and stuff like that, or kind of test the waters? There's so much judgmentalism in our society. So like, for example, so for a lot of people, like, sex is a big part of their life, and same as food for a lot of people. And it's the same as when someone, you know, tries to live a healthier lifestyle. Like, people do be all down their backs about it. And it's the same thing if, like, people want to experiment a bit with their sexuality. Just let people do what they want to do.
You're literally just bi for attention. You're just like hopping on the bandwagon of what's trendy this week. You're so fake. Ugh.
Oh yeah, because I really want all that horrible attention, and to go through years of trying to figure out what I am and what I like, and then have to tell my family and friends, worrying that they're going to judge me and not want to speak to me anymore, because yeah, that sounds great. I've done a lot of things in my life for attention, but a natural inclination toward lady figures is not one of them. The people at parties who make out with the same sex just for a bit of fun and stuff like that, don't confuse that with people who are of a specific sexuality. Yeah, one of the reasons why I feel like the B in the LGBTQ plus is so invisible is because people just always say, oh, you're making it up, you want attention, you're fake, this is just the cool thing nowadays. It's nothing to do with that. As a society, we are being a lot more open about the fact that there's this like spectrum of sexuality, and this is straight and this is gay, and a lot of people fall like somewhere in the middle. Those conversations need to keep happening, because otherwise people will just continue to be like, you're making it up for get touched.
Are you like real bi, or are you like fake bi?
Yes, one of the first things that most lesbians ever ask me when I show interest, and the first things guys usually ask me when things start getting a little bit serious and the whole bisexuality dragon monster in the room shows up, and they're like, what do I do about that? If I'm into you, I'm into you, and until I give you any signs that I'm not, there's no reason to question the authenticity of my bisexuality whatsoever. It blows my mind that people have so much doubt about bi being a thing. Like, a lot of people just think that it's not even a thing, which leads me to the final thing that you just better not say.
Are you sure you're not just gay?
I am sure. I'm very sure. I'm a billion jillion % sure. If I change my mind one day, that's fine. But right now, I'm telling you, I like ladies and I like men's, males, willies, boobies. And for you to want to so badly put me into one of your black and white boxes and not just accept all the shades of grey going on over here, that's pretty infuriating. And it can lead a lot of bisexual people to really question themselves. And I went through this. I was like, maybe I just think I like guys because that's what the movies show. For years, I would get so self-conscious if I was perceived in any way to be butch or boyish or anything like that, because I used to dress in a lot of boys' clothes. I used to wear the same outfits as my cousin John. We used to just like dress the same. And I also fancied girls and famous female singers and actresses, and yeah, I was like, what if I'm just gay? But then no, because I would just meet some guy and have a huge crush on him. So that's just the way it is. The basic message I want to get across to you guys is, if someone like a friend or a family member communicates to you who they are at that moment in time, just accept them for what they say, for who they are, for everything about them. Don't question them. Just nothing to do with you. It's fine. Being part of a minority group is difficult enough without having to constantly explain yourself and justify your actions and your choices and your sexuality, your preferences, who you are. We should never put those we love or those we don't know on trial. Think before you speak, guys and dolls, and I'll catch you again soon. Make sure you give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment and share and blah 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 and subscribe. And I'm going to go now. Oh, my little cat, what are you doing, Bilbo? So this one time I saw my cat Bilbo trying to have sex with another boy cat, and I was like, you do you, go do your thing.